There's an ancient divine energy that has been used for centuries to heal spiritual and mental health, but modern religion has buried it. Because of this, so many of us struggle with anxiety, depression, ADHD, and a whole lot of other mental health problems, not realizing a powerful source of healing was right in front of us the entire time. That energy is God as the Divine Mother. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to connect with her so that you can use her divine energy to heal your mind, body, and spirit. Now, this isn't just spiritual woo-woo, join my religion, cult, whatever the hell it may be. Many cultures have worked with the Divine Mother for healing for thousands of years. From Hinduism's Parvati and Akhilandeshwari to the nurturing energy of Mother Mary, this divine force has been called upon for guidance, protection, and transformation. I personally connected with her and asked her for guidance through some of the hardest, trying periods of my life. She helped me recover from anxious attachments, from narcissistic abuse from my own mother, and find peace in moments when I questioned whether my life was worth living. What I want to teach you all today is how to make a personal, genuine connection with her, no matter your religion or spiritual practice, how to effectively communicate with her and receive her guidance, and how to invite her healing energy into your life. And throughout this video, you're going to learn a lot more information on how you can deepen your connection with her and help heal you. So first things first, who is this Divine Mother? Many religions speak of her, almost all of it, despite how lost it might have gotten over time. In Genesis, God hints at the existence of a female aspect of themselves. In Genesis 1:27, I know they use the pronoun he, but listen to this verse. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. Now, some Christians argue with me that this is not an indication that God is a man and a woman. I don't understand, because it literally says God created them in his own image, male and female. So it's both aspects, not just one. And throughout the Bible, there are other verses that explain that God is a spirit. God is not a man. So God is beyond these gender forms that we try to constrain God into. Now, many people do not know the origins of Christianity. In ancient Judaism, alongside with El, which was known as the supreme deity, he had a wife. Her name was Asherah. She was the Divine Mother. She was the divine creator. In Islam, they often say that God is beyond gender and God is hard to understand. So they have this idea that God can be both a man and a woman. In Hinduism, there's a term called Ardhanarishwara, which is half man, half woman. God is a man and a woman. Shiva and Shakti come together as one. They are separate, but not separate, simultaneously. Ardhanarishwara represents the balance between the masculine and feminine energies, which is very important, which I'll get more into later. In Buddhism, there are countless feminine deities, like the Taras, like green Tara, white Tara, and many other versions of the mother or supreme divine woman deity. And in Ifa traditions and many other spiritual traditions around the world, there are always an aspect of the woman, the divine mother, the divine feminine energy that has godlike power. So she's always been there. But what happened? Along the line, society has disconnected. They started to wipe away that mother aspect. And because of it, it has caused so many problems. It leads to an imbalance with too much focus on the masculine and not enough on the feminine. You can see it every day. The destruction of Mother Earth, which is literally one of the biggest physical representations of the Divine Mother. We don't care about her as much. We pollute her, the water, the earth, the air, and destroy so much of her without replacing it, which wreaks so much havoc on the other life that we're supposed to have dominion over, that we're supposed to take care of. And instead, we're endangering it because of our lack of our connection to the Divine Mother. You can also see it, especially in Western society, with the disconnection to the emotional aspects of the Divine Mother, which is why so many people struggle so badly with mental health problems like depression and anxiety. There are some countries in this world that don't even recognize mental health as an aspect that needs to be looked at, or spiritual health has been replaced by science completely. Science is important, but so is spiritualism. It's about a balance, and the lack of the mother has gotten us further away from that. I forgot to mention that the lack of the connection with the Divine Mother has also caused something huge within women that I've seen a lot lately, which is our lack of self-confidence. We have become so vain as women because we are functioning too much in the masculine and not enough in the feminine, and we're conforming to a more masculine aspects of society. And so we're so fixated on how we look, on attractiveness, to the point where it has caused significant amount of insecurities within us. It's way too much materialism. We focus way too much on how our body looks. We want these BBLs, we want these boob jobs, we want our faces to look different, to constantly look young, even when aging is a blessing. Even sometimes I fall victim to it because it's become so ingrained in our society. I have noticed that the disconnection to the Divine Mother has also caused significant problems with us connecting with our divine feminine energy that goes way deeper than how we look. But because we don't know how to connect collectively to that divine feminine energy, we care so much about the masculine side of things, about the masculine approval, about the masculine gaze, about everything that has nothing to do with who we are as women. And yes, it has gotten better over the years, but unfortunately, many women had to sacrifice certain aspects of their divine feminine energy in order to fit in the society and get the things that they want and need. You can see it overall with the instability of society, especially here in the United States of America, where even having a family, which is one of the greatest aspects of the Divine Mother, not to say the ability to have kids, but just the ability to take care of a child, may it come out of you or not, is not supported very well in this society. When taking all of this into consideration, you can kind of see why it is so important to keep that strong connection with the Divine Mother, because without her, our society would continue to decline. Our mental health would continue to decline, and the earth that we live on would no longer feel like home, but instead a desolate wasteland filled with trash and junk and unhappiness. So how do you invite the Divine Mother into your life? First things first is open up your heart to the idea that there is a Divine Mother. Many of us grew up in homes that are very heavily religious based, maybe Christianity or Islam, where God is always seen as He, as a man. It's always the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, or Him, this, He, that, and it's completely disconnected from the idea of the divinity of the mother. Where is the mother and where did she go? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. Think about it. Who are you without your mother? You don't exist. Everyone needs a mother, and that is reflected through God. If God made us in their image, then why wouldn't there also be a woman aspect of God? So open your heart to the idea that God not only carries father-like and masculine characteristics, but also mother and feminine characteristics. Understand that she is not separate from God the Father. She is God the Father and God the Mother. I broke down how to make a deeper connection with God and how to invite them in your life. If you want a fuller version of that, wait till the end of this video and check out that video. But what I'll say right now is you can do a prayer. Say, "Dear God the Mother, reveal yourself to me. Hey, Divine Mother, show yourself to me. I never knew you exist," or "I would love for you to be more in my life. I would love for you to instill in me those motherly aspects." And she will answer. She will show herself to you. Actually have humility and speak to her with an open heart. You might see her in dreams or in many other ways. Now, another thing I want to go over, because it's very important, is that speaking to the Divine Mother is a little bit different from speaking to the Divine Father. See, the Father is more about materialistic base, more assertiveness and aggressiveness. So when you pray to God the Father, it's always, "God, grant me the strength and do this, give me that, etc., etc. Thank you, give me power, blah, blah, blah." Cool, that's great. When it comes to the mother, she's different. She is more emotional, she's more nurturing. So come to her like a child in need. Come to her with full humility and emotion in your heart If you're already doing this, even when you're just praying to just God the Father, you're already opening up that channel to the mother. But you can deepen that. You can speak to her in a way that you speak much differently to God. You can cry to her. You can get mad at her. You can say, what happened? You know, sometimes when children hit their teenage years and they're like, Mom, I hate you, for whatever strange reason. And a good mother understands her child. She knows her child doesn't hate her, but she understands that she's going through a bunch of things or whatever it may be. You can speak to God, the mother, in that way because she's even grander than these physical forms of the mother because she has realized her divinity. So speak to her in that way. Cry, get sad, be humble. Never try to hold back emotions from her because that is literally blocking her. You're blocking your communication with her and you're blocking your healing also. Another amazing way to communicate with the Divine Mother is to sing to her. She sings a lot, actually. She loves song, music, dance, paintings, art, all those beautiful, expressive creations. She's very creative. I have actually seen her in my dreams, and she has many different forms, far more than I've seen God the Father take. She will take on so many different forms and so many different looks. And it's beautiful because she is very creative. She's very expressive in that way. So honoring her and communicating with her, she listens more when you do that as well. When you paint pictures of her, when you do drawings of her, when you sing to her, even if you don't feel like you sing well, she loves that because you're coming from a place of emotion and deep love within your heart. And that's what's most important because vibrations is what's most important with her anyway. Also, with God the Father, it's a lot better to ask for things because God the Father is more materialistic. But when it comes to the mother, she might give you things, but it's better to communicate with her in a way that gives her the inspiration to give you something based off your struggles. So talk to her. It's like, Mom, I'm really struggling right now. I don't have much money. I'm feeling very sad. I don't like how my life is going. I don't like how my emotions are. I'm so sad. Can you help me, please, Mom? I just don't like this. I don't like that. If you do that, instead of just asking her for things, she will get you what you need because that's how she works. She's an emotional person. So how do you let the Divine Mother heal you? Well, the first thing you have to do is let emotions move through you. Do not suppress your feelings. That is the exact opposite of healing. Allowing yourself to feel, allowing yourself to cry, allowing yourself to be sad, unhappy, unwell is very important. Not just the positive emotions, but the negative ones too. So don't suppress any of that. This is how you heal. When we suppress emotions, what we're also doing is suppressing thoughts, whether we're conscious of it or not. And as I've already said many times in my videos, suppression of thoughts is not conducive to healing. When you want to heal, you have to recognize these thoughts. And sometimes these thoughts bring negative feelings and they might make you cry. They might make you feel sad, but it's all very important. This is how you invite the Divine Mother into your life and allow her to heal you. And I actually have done this before when I was struggling really bad with a connection that I had that was making me feel really sad. I called on to the Divine Mother, Akhilandeshwari, to heal me because she is known as Never Not Broken and she's a healer. And I pretended like she was holding me, like I was her baby. And I cried, I wailed. Cried is an understatement. I was bawling and I felt her loving embrace. And I really mean that. And you can do that too. Another way that'll help a lot is to heal your relationship with women. I grew up in a narcissistic household with a narcissistic mother. This damaged my relationship with women for a while. But once I started to learn to open my heart up to the Divine Mother, to the Divine Woman in her divinity, even in the physical form, with friends and teachers and family members outside of my mom, it helped me heal my connection with the Divine Woman. This helped open myself up to my connection with the Divine Mother. The other way to heal is to balance your masculine and feminine. I have noticed in today's society, anytime a man or a woman wants to embrace their masculine or feminine side a little more, they're shunned and condemned and said to act more like a man and act more like a woman. Look what that is doing to this society. Look at the mindset of certain people. Look at the rates of depression. Look at the rates of anxiety with people. Look at the injustices against the people of the LGBT community and other communities. Doing that is not helpful, and it does not help us heal. Masculinity and femininity is important no matter what your gender is. At the end of the day, we are souls. We will die and leave this body behind, and our soul will be pure energy. And that energy has both aspects. The Divine Mother and the Divine Father are not physical beings in the sense that we are. And therefore, they are one, masculine and feminine. And their teachings is for us to be in the same way. You can even see that in Jesus Christ's teachings, teaching us to be more kind, to be more nurturing. Jesus Christ was a healer. Jesus Christ did a lot of things that are considered feminine, and yet we shun that as a society for some reason. We want to condemn certain feminine aspects as okay, but other things you can't do if you're a man or if you're a woman. Embrace all of it, because all of it is important for healing. By embracing it, it allows us to be more sympathetic with ourselves and others, to be easier in ourselves and soft with ourselves and others, to nurture ourselves and take care of ourselves when we're not feeling good. When we're too much in the masculine, we fall victim to the hustle culture, to do more, to push. This aggression, this always pushing and fighting is too much masculine energy. That is needed and that is okay. There are times when we need to push and there are times when we need to be aggressive and assertive, but there's times when you need to be more soft, more gentle, more kind. I want to read for you a perfect verse in the Bible, because I know most of y'all are Christian anyway. It is Galatians 5:22 through 23, which says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law." Embrace these aspects of yourself. Embrace the divine feminine. Another amazing way that's often overlooked on how to connect to the Divine Mother is to use natural herbs and remedies. So many people might talk badly about certain things like marijuana or psychedelic mushrooms, or even things that aren't that heavy like herbalism and all this other stuff. And in history, it's seen as witchcraft. And that's literally what the witches were doing, but that's a whole other topic. But these things are aspects of the mother. Earth is the Divine Mother. It's the physical representation of the mother. Many plants that come from her are used to be medicinal for us, are used to help us. And so many people might frown upon this. And we've gotten to a point in society where we take in too much of the masculine side, which is all logic, all materialism. And so we take these lab-made things, which is all logic and materialism, and put it in our body. And sometimes these things are not good for us and they come with other side effects and they have other problems. A lot of the things that we really need come from the earth itself, the mother earth. Get more into herbalism, learn more about the plants that can heal your body. This is a beautiful way to allow the Divine Mother to heal you. Plant-based healing is also very important. Just plant-based diet in general. We've gotten to a point where I feel like personally, we eat too much meat as a society. That is an entire video in itself that I'm not going to get into. But what I'll say is the lack of compassion and sympathy that we have for animals has turned into almost an addiction to meat. And this addiction to meat is making many of us sick. Overeating animals is not going to be very helpful for you. And many people associate masculinity with meat eating. Although that is completely not true. Let's pretend that it is. This also proves my point of too much heaviness in the masculine energy and not enough in the divine feminine. A significant portion of my spiritual healing came from plants and learning more about plants. And not even just with the weed and the mushrooms, like I've said before, but also just simple things like elderberry, which helped me when I was sick, or discovering things like mullein, which can help with things like COVID. Instead, people are taking these shots created by these companies that might not be very good for us, when all you really needed was probably just some mullein tea and a better diet. And the last important thing is to see the mother in everyday life. Yes, she is spirit, but she's in everything else we see. I already mentioned the earth, but also in other mother-like figures. Think about your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your aunties, even if they don't have children, just seeing that nurturing aspect of themselves. I have a neighbor who's very kind to me, and she helps me out a lot. And to me, that is a divine mother shining through her. Her nurturing and caring attributes are being absorbed by me, and I like to give that out to others as well. I'm very mother-like to my friends' children because I'm embodying that divine mother spirit within me. And you can do that too. I already mentioned the earth, but also just water in general. Water has very feminine qualities to it. It's very powerful, but yet very soft at the same time. Water is very healing. Allow the divine mother to heal you through water. Keeping plants around you is awesome. Even if you suck and you don't have a green thumb, I bet the part of the reason why you suck at having plants and you don't have a green thumb is because you're disconnected from the divine mother. But also, there are plants that are a lot easier to take care of. So if you're not good at plants, choose a plant that is easier to take care of and choose just one. Don't go in a frenzy and buy 5 plants because you're excited, especially if you don't know how to take care of plants in the first place. Buy one, take care of it, and you can add on once you get better at it. But plants have the vibration of the mother. The divine mother is always there. You just have to open your heart up to her. She's literally waiting for you. As you open yourself up to her, you'll notice significant changes, more peace and easier healing, and just better mental clarity in general. You will feel a deeper sense of self-love and protection because she's also the divine protector as well. But you do not have to do this alone. If you want to go deeper into your spiritual journey towards healing your ADHD, anxiety, depression, check out the link in my description where I have a free community with free courses. You get better access to me, my information, and you will be with other people on a similar journey, all striving to improve their mental health and improve their ADHD symptoms. All of it is in the link in the description. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe, click that thumbs up so you don't miss any more content about spiritual healing and all the things that I talk about. And let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced the Divine Mother or just your general thoughts on the concept, if you've never even heard about this idea of Mother the God or God the Mother. Peace, y'all.